Hello, this is Seewing Yee from this Yee Listen Network. Thank you for attending, and we welcome you to this topic: Buffalo Monthly Property Tour and retire in 2 years. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm not going to take too long because this newsletter will allow you to take your time, click on the links, digest the information on this newsletter, then you will take the appropriate action steps to get you closer to your retirement goals, whatever that is. All right. So first of all, I'd like to say that we have our monthly gold mine inventory report. It just came out a few days ago. We have typically every 30 days we updated this monthly inventory listings, and there are of course, you can click on here and digest it and do your own research, crunch the numbers, and then take the appropriate steps, like I said. And anyway, several of our investor members have already gone to the recent property tour in Buffalo, so they came back with some very, very good reports, and so they're very happy that they went. So we encourage everyone to contact myself and contact the owner of our partner, Keith Kanazi, to arrange for your tour. So for later December, throughout the every month actually. All right, rain, snow, sleet or shine, they are available to welcome you. So I hear some very very good, interesting feedbacks from those people that went. So anyway, so other than this, once again, I'm not going to take too long because it will take you time to click the various links. And but the most important high level recap I'd like to go over is you can retire in 2 years with the portfolio that I have created for you. So, and the formula is, by the way, don't be intimidated because you this portfolio portfolio action plan can take as long as you want, but don't take forever. But it can take even a year. May not need to happen in 2 years with respect to your financial freedom goals uh, if you take advantage of this sample portfolio. And again, I don't want it to be overly ambitious, but hey, you need to be proactive, right? As an investor, you need to be aggressive, assertive, proactive, and commit to your goals. So, retire in 2 years with $4,000 of net monthly passive income, buy 10 properties in Buffalo with only fair amount of down payment, not that much. I'll go over the recap. But again, I'm not going to click on the links. You won't click. I took the liberty of identify the 10 different properties. Some of these are already sold fairly quickly, as you can imagine, but some of these 10 property portfolio are still available. But if this type of portfolio, if these kind of numbers are the properties are sold, of course, the next month we will have new inventory for you to potentially take action on similar properties, similar numbers that you see here. This is just a sample, right? This is a sample of our 10 house portfolio retirement plan, right? Needless to say, again, you can click on it on every one of these property, all 10 that I addressed. It took a lot of time uh, to make this video and newsletter. It's just very time consuming. But I tell you, all I can say is we have helped so many people over the past 14 years, and we are always ahead of the market, and this situation is no different. So I really appreciate that you guys really applaud for my effort and expertise to put together these markets and turnkey ready-made properties for you. You can achieve cash flow from day one. All right. So again, I'm not gonna go over it, but the numbers are all these properties are simply staggering. I mean, cap rates Look at this cap rate is, I mean, rent to value ratio. Typically, the rent to value ratio in most other part of the U.S. are extremely low, like way less than 1%. So very difficult cash flow. But this Buffalo market, the rent to value ratio is historic. That's all I have to say. 1.6 capitalization rate. I mean, the benchmark is only like 5% throughout the U.S., but in the case of Buffalo, is double digit. 12 to 19% capitalization rate, which is mind-boggling. And of course, pay attention because I'm gonna recap all the numbers with respect to the monthly cash flow and annual cash flow. You will see this is an amazing value. So monthly cash flow on the first property 366 and so forth and so on. All right, and annual net cash flow minus all the deduction in this particular property. This duplex right here is 4392. So just let me kind of again from a high level go through. See the diversified portfolio created for you is quite nice. These two duplexes only cost 61,000, and the second property on this portfolio is a single family home for 59,000. He rents for $1,000. So then the third property is a single family home. Is listed for 40,500. It rents for $775. All amazing numbers. And the fourth property is a single family home for 40,500. Rents for 800. And the fifth property is a duplex for 41,000 and rents for 1,000 on both sides. And you can see the numbers, rent to value ratio is just mind-boggling. Cap rates and cash on cash return financing 40%, and monthly net cash flow, annual net cash flow, as you can see here. Property number 6 is a duplex. You can see the cross section of single family home duplex, and we can have a triplex coming up. Very well diversified portfolio acquisition on this 10 property purchase plan with mortgages. So I figure to buy 10 properties with 10 mortgages, typically each loan will take about 60 days to close. So if you do one property at a time, you know uh, for this 10 property, it may take you a year and a half to 2 years. But however, some of you are more aggressive, you can potentially open up escrow. You can potentially do 2 or 3 loans at a time. And if that's the case, you can finish with this 10 property portfolio within a year and basically retire within a year. So I will share with you my definition of retirement when I recap the numbers momentarily. Property number 8, hold on, did I go to number 7? Yeah, number 7, duplex for 61,000, rent for 995. Property number 8 is another duplex for 77,000, rents for 1,400. So, and then number 9 is the triplex. Okay, in Niagara Falls, list price is 61,500, and it rents for $1,175. And finally, property number 10 is a single family home. List price is 39,000, and it rents for $750. So I'm making a lot of assumptions. Of course, if you want more details about the type of property, many of you have a lot of questions. Of course, we can answer them about the rehabs, about the rental market, all those multiple numbers, something that we can consult about it with each and every single one of you. But I'm just sharing with you the high numbers, how you retire fairly quickly. So with that in mind, the 10 properties we have calculated the net monthly cash flow for all the 10 properties based on my projections are $4,252. Now think about it. I know most of our members, investors are living in Silicon Valley, San Jose area. So therefore, monthly net cash flow of 4252 may not be all that much. But for the rest of the country, the other 49 states or so, 4,200 monthly passive income is a pretty big deal, right? I mean, you don't have to retire in the Bay Area. As you know, the Bay Area have the highest cost of housing ever in history, and of course, and the rent and everything else is. The housing prices is so high, so it is mind-boggling. But you can live other areas of the U.S. when you retire or go overseas somewhere, and this $4,200 will take you a long way. All right. And at the end of the day, 4252 monthly net cash flow on the 10 properties multiplied by 12 months. So think about it. Your annual passive income is at 51 grand, right? This paycheck, 51,000 is larger than most W2 income for the majority of Americans. I would say 99% of the Americans makes less than 50 grand on their W2 working salary. But you are making more than $50,000 per year on a passive income. This is not working income. You can sit back, relax. You can sleep and you can make this money. Okay, you can sleep peacefully, knowing the money growing on trees to the tune of more than 4,000 per month and more than $50,000 per year. Pure passive income, and I don't know what other way you can do this. I don't know what other investment instruments we can get, rent to value ratio of way more than 1% and a cap rate, anywhere from 11 to 18%. This is mind-boggling. Okay, and but all you need is a measly down payment, 148,000. Right, that's all you need. All right, so instead of buying up an investment home in Bay Area for $1.5 million, right, with cash or financing, if you buy $1.5 million of cash, if all cash, then you're wasting your money because you're not making your money work. Because $1.5 million property in the Bay Area in San Jose only rents maximum for maybe 3,500, maybe 3,700. But if you use your money wisely, you can achieve passive income with only a little bit less than $150,000 of total down payment for those 10 properties. So, I mean, a lot of you folks have easily have this amount of money, this cash to put into create this portfolio and retire within a year to 2 years. Isn't that amazing? So you can so that's the bottom line. So if you're motivated by this type of numbers and you can picture yourself retiring, even if you do not retire within 1 or 2 years after you achieve this type of portfolio acquisition, you can always use the net cash flow monthly, 4,200 to systematically pay down all your 10 mortgages, right? You can pay one extra principal per month, not per year. Okay, you can use this 4,200. I say it again. Okay, please digest this. If you're not ready to retire in 2 years after you achieve this portfolio, all you have to do is to apply these net cash flow on the 10 property 4,200 and divided by 10, of course, typically around $400. If you apply $400 of monthly net cash flow, pay down the principal once per month, your 10 mortgages, your 30-year amortization 10 mortgages will be totally paid off in about 7 to 10 years. So that meets my traditional retirement formula 10 10 10 1. 10 properties, retire in 10 years with $10,000 monthly net income and $1 million of equity. 10 10 10 1. That's my traditional formula, but you can retire a lot earlier than 10 years, depending on your situation. Okay. And all right, that's all I have to say. And okay, I'll leave it at that. Digest this newsletter and good luck. And of course, I'm always available for consultation by text, by email, by video chat on your phone, and of course by one-to-one meeting. Thank you so much for listening. This is Seewing Yee from the New Yee Real Estate Network. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.